In the smartphone world, cracked screens, dead batteries, and water damage are all too common. But in 2026, rugged smartphones go far beyond toughness, packing flagship-level performance, massive batteries, night vision cameras, and even built-in projectors. Today we're exploring the best rugged phones of the year, tested for drop resistance, waterproofing, battery life, and real-world durability. Stick around until the end, because every model has a feature you won't believe, and one could easily be the ultimate rugged phone of 2026. Full specs and the latest prices are in the description. Let's dive in. Blackview XPLORE 2 is a 5G rugged smartphone built for outdoor adventurers and professionals who need extreme battery life, massive performance, and versatile tools to handle gaming, multitasking, and long operations without compromise, all at $560. Powered by the Dimensity 8300 octa-core processor and Android 15, it handles demanding apps and games smoothly while offering regional preference settings and customizable actions to match user habits. With 36GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage expandable up to 2TB, multitasking, large applications, and media stay effortlessly accessible. Battery life is exceptional thanks to a 20,000 mAh cell, providing up to 1,008 hours of standby, 84 hours of talk time, 23 hours of video playback, and 20 hours of gaming, while 55-watt fast charging minimizes downtime, and on-the-go reverse charging powers other devices like GPS, units, field lights, or smartphones during outdoor work. The 73-inch AMOLED display offers full high-definition plus resolution at 1440 by 3200 pixels with 521 pixels per inch. And a 120Hz dynamic refresh rate ensures silky smooth visuals for movies, streaming, and gaming even in bright sunlight. Photography is handled by a 50-megapixel main camera, a 20-megapixel night vision sensor, and a 32-megapixel front camera, while the Doogee Image app lets you remove distractions, enhance clarity, animate still images, and edit photos easily for both everyday use and creative projects. Durability is built in with IP68 and IP69K waterproofing and military standard 810H certification, letting the phone survive 2-meter drops, 30-minute underwater immersion, and full dust exposure. Its dual 2-watt speakers deliver clear audio, while NFC and GPA's functionality support navigation and contactless payments. AGM G3 Pro. AGM G3 Pro is a rugged 5G smartphone built for demanding outdoor and professional environments, combining extreme durability, a massive 10,000 mAh battery, and a professional-grade thermal imaging system. Running on Android 15 and engineered with an alloy frame and textured polymer shell, it carries IP68, IP69K, and military standard 810H certifications, giving it resistance to water, dust, drops, and harsh temperature swings. Its 6.72-inch full high-definition plus display delivers crisp 1080 by 2400 visuals with a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, ensuring clear readability outdoors, whether you are checking maps, running inspections, or streaming content. Inside, the device is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 processor, built on a 4nm process, paired with 12GB of RAM and 512GB of internal storage. Battery performance is one of its biggest strengths. The 10,000 mAh battery supports 33-watt fast charging, 18-watt wireless charging, and reverse power output, making it capable of multi-day use and powering other devices when needed. Its standout capability is the professional thermal imaging camera featuring a high-resolution 512 by 384 sensor with a smooth 25 frame per second output. It detects temperatures ranging from -20 degrees to 550 degrees Celsius, making it an essential tool for wildlife tracking, night search operations, HVAC diagnostics, electrical inspections, and fieldwork in total darkness. The optical system includes a 64-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel front camera, and a 2-megapixel macro lens. Extra utility features such as an ultra-loud 116-decibel speaker and a bright camping light push its practicality further. Connectivity is strong with full 5G support, dual nano SIM capability, and precise navigation through GPS, assisted GPS, GLONASS, and Galileo. Priced at around $700, The AGM G3 Pro redefines rugged smartphones in 2026 by combining tank-level toughness, advanced thermal vision, and premium everyday performance into one tool-ready device. Ulefone RugKing Pro. Ulefone RugKing Pro is a heavy-duty rugged smartphone built for extreme outdoor conditions and professional field use, delivering serious endurance and rare real-world features for travelers, creators, and job site professionals at a price of $700. Engineered for abuse, it carries IP68 and IP69K ratings and meets military standard 810H for drops and shocks, so it is dust-tight and water-resistant up to 1.5 meters for 30 minutes, and built to survive impacts up to 1.5 meters, and that durability frames how the rest of the hardware performs. Up front, it features a 6.95-inch full high-definition plus display with 120 Hz refresh rate, delivering smooth motion and responsive touch that stays usable for maps and documents and media even during long sessions. And that screen sets up the performance story next. Powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 5G processor with ARM Mali G615 graphics and a dedicated NPU, and paired with 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of storage expandable up to 2 TB, the phone handles heavy multitasking and large files without hesitation, which matters once you unplug from the grid. That freedom comes from a massive 25,500 mAh battery that can deliver up to 10 days of non-stop energy or 138 hours of talk time, and it supports 66-watt fast charging that reaches about 90% in roughly 1.5 hours, plus 10-watt reverse charging to power other devices, and that battery capacity unlocks one of its standout features. Built directly into the body is an industry-first 150-lumen autofocus DLP projector with smart keystone correction, capable of throwing a screen up to about 100 inches from 3 meters away for presentations or maps or movies in a tent, and that utility pairs naturally with its imaging hardware. The camera system typically includes a 50-megapixel main sensor and a 50-megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 64-megapixel night vision camera, supported by a 32-megapixel front camera for calls and selfies, giving it reliable, outdoor-ready thermal and night vision capabilities that extend. Usability after dark. Connectivity stays just as serious with full 5G support and dual nano SIM compatibility and positioning via GPS and GLONASS and Galileo for dependable navigation, along with a high-intensity LED light with multiple modes and an integrated warning light for field visibility. And all of it runs on modern software. Samsung Galaxy X Cover 7 Pro is a business-oriented, slim, yet highly durable 5G rugged smartphone built for work sites and outdoor professionals who need flagship-level performance and reliability in the field, all at $600. Equipped with a 6.6-inch full high-definition plus LCD and a 120 Hz refresh rate and vision booster technology, the screen stays bright and readable outdoors or under direct sunlight, while Corning Gorilla Glass Victus Plus protects against scratches and impacts, keeping the display functional in harsh conditions. Under the hood, it's powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 7's Gen 3 mobile platform built on 4nm technology, paired with 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage expandable up to 2 TB via microSD. This combination handles productivity apps and navigation and field software and multitasking on Android 15 with Samsung One UI 7 without slowdown, making everyday tasks smooth even under heavy use. Durability remains central. The X Cover 7 Pro carries an IP68 rating for water and dust resistance, survives submersion in fresh water up to 5 feet for 30 minutes, and meets military standard 8H for shocks, temperature extremes, and vibration, all while staying lightweight and portable. And that rugged build sets the stage for reliable uptime. Power comes from a removable 4350 mAh battery that supports 15-watt fast charging and optional Pogo pin dock charging, letting users swap batteries for uninterrupted field operations. A feature especially useful for enterprise and frontline scenarios where extended runtime is critical. The camera setup includes a 50-megapixel main sensor and an 8-megapixel ultra-wide lens, and a 13-megapixel front camera for video calls and documentation, while stereo speakers with anti-feedback technology ensure clear communication even in noisy environments, making it a complete tool for field professionals. OUKITEL WP60 is a 5G rugged smartphone built for explorers and field workers and anyone who needs extreme performance, long-lasting battery life, and versatile tools for outdoor work, adventure, and heavy multitasking, all at just $360. It features a massive 7.2-inch high-definition plus display with 500 nits of brightness and a 120Hz refresh rate, keeping visuals crisp and scrolling fluid even in bright sunlight, while its wide field of view and spacious interface make operation precise and convenient outdoors or during demanding tasks. Powered by the 5th generation MTK Dimensity 7025 octa-core processor and Android 15, and paired with 8GB physical plus 16GB virtual RAM and 256GB of storage expandable up to 2TB, the WP60 handles apps and downloads and games and high-definition video, editing smoothly, even under heavy multitasking. Battery life is exceptional thanks to a 10,000 mAh cell, offering up to 1,300 hours of standby, 70 hours of talk time, 42 hours of web browsing, or 20 hours of gaming, with 33-watt fast charging to minimize downtime and 7-watt reverse charging to power other devices like laptops or smartphones during emergencies. Photography is covered by a 108-megapixel main camera and an 8-megapixel night vision sensor and a 32-megapixel front camera and a 2-megapixel macro lens, while modes including panorama and high dynamic range, and AI and beauty and professional give flexibility to capture stunning images in any lighting. From low light to close-ups, the phone integrates a multifunction digital toolkit, including GPS and GLONASS and Beidou and Galileo positioning, facial and side-mounted fingerprint recognition, NFC for contactless payments, a compass, gyroscope, and battery gauge, making it ideal for outdoor tasks or industrial work. Built to survive tough conditions, it carries IP68 and IP69K waterproofing and military standard 810H certification, protecting against dust and water and drops and extreme weather, while its aluminum titanium alloy body with dual-color injection molding ensures a secure grip and bold, cyberpunk-inspired aesthetics, and that ruggedness complements its massive power. Durability and performance come with trade-offs. The device is large and heavy, and it only supports T-Mobile 5th-generation networks, excluding AT&T, Verizon, and Cricket, which is important to consider for compatibility. Doogee Fire 7 Pro is one of the newest rugged smartphones for 2026, combining extreme durability and practical tools for outdoor adventurers and professionals who need a device that won't quit in harsh conditions, all at only $280. Equipped with IP68 and IP69K water and dust resistance, and meeting military standard 810H, it survives drops, shocks, and immersions while keeping functionality intact, and that resilience sets up the rest of its features. The 6.6-inch full high-definition plus IPS display with a 90Hz refresh rate delivers smooth scrolling and responsive touch even under bright sunlight, making maps and documents easy to read, and that clarity carries over to performance. Powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 6300 5G chipset with 8GB of RAM plus 24GB of virtual memory, the phone handles multitasking and everyday apps without lag on Android 15, while 256GB of built-in storage expandable up to 2TB ensures room for maps, media, and field data. Power comes from a 13,000 mAh battery that provides long runtimes and supports 33-watt fast charging and 5-watt reverse charging, so you can share energy with other devices when needed, and that endurance unlocks its utility in remote conditions. For night work or emergencies, dual 1200 lumen camping lights with multiple modes including flash and SOS turn the device into a portable lighting tool, extending its usefulness beyond typical smartphone functions. Photography and documentation are handled by a 64-megapixel AI main camera and a 20-megapixel night vision sensor and a 16-megapixel front camera for selfies and video calls, giving reliable imaging for work or leisure, and that system pairs naturally with its connectivity. Connectivity includes 5G, dual nano SIM, NFC, and push-to-talk over cellular intercom technology for group communication in remote areas or work sites, keeping teams coordinated and informed. Ulefone RugKing 4 Pro is a rugged, budget-friendly smartphone built to survive tough conditions while delivering massive battery life, a high refresh display, and practical tools for outdoor workers and adventurers, all at $160. Powered by a 10,200 mAh battery, it keeps you going for days without worrying about power and supports dock charging for quick top-ups on the go, making it ideal for long trips or demanding fieldwork. It runs Android 15 on a Unisoc T7250 octa-core processor with 8 GB of RAM plus 8 GB of virtual memory, providing stable and smooth multitasking, while 256 GB of internal storage expandable up to 2 TB via microSD keeps apps, photos, and media readily accessible. Equipped with a 6.56-inch display and a 120Hz refresh rate, visuals are fluid for scrolling, streaming, and gaming, and the 48-megapixel main camera with bright f1.8 aperture captures outdoor scenes with crisp detail. The screen uses toughened glass rather than sapphire, and camera performance is standard for a budget device, with full high-definition video limits and less versatility than flagship models. It handles submerged use thanks to IP68 and IP69K waterproofing, military standard 810H certification, and waterlock mode, allowing safe use in rain or underwater up to 6.5 feet for 30 minutes. AI tools like Ulefone AI Pro and Google Gemini integrate ChatGPT and Grok, letting you summarize recordings, brainstorm ideas, clarify concepts, and streamline tasks effortlessly. Additional practical features include a 120-lumen supertorch for illumination, GPS and GLONASS, and Beidou and Galileo navigation, NFC for Google Pay, face unlock and fingerprint identification, FM radio, and a customizable outdoor toolbox. Trade-offs include limited 18-watt charging, occasional Wi-Fi or cellular glitches requiring airplane mode resets, and its weight and bulk at 397 ounces and 0.72 inches thick,